have a few injuries. Some of the players are still getting examined, so I can't be totally specific. But our linebacking core, we suffered some injuries yesterday. Burfict with an elbow, Nick Morrow, Markel Lee with ankles. Trent Brown left the game again yesterday with an ankle. Got a number of players that are still being evaluated, but I'll answer any questions that I can.
With Trent, at what point do you kind of have to make sure you balance his being a tough guy, probably wanting to fight through injury, with getting him healthy for the long haul?
Well, we always listen to the trainer, listen to the player, get all the information, and make the best possible decision, always with the player in mind first. So we'll see the exactness of his injury here in the next couple hours. Obviously, he's a big part of this team. We need him, but we don't want to put anybody at danger.
You guys didn't keep a lot of linebackers, even though you have three possibly hurt and deal with injuries. What do you need to do for how challenging is that in that position? Do you need to bring some people in to take a look at?
Yeah, we will bring some players in to look at from other teams, I should say, that are available, and monitor the health of our players. There's a chance a couple of them can play and practice and perform in Indianapolis on Sunday, but as a contingency plan, we will certainly look at some available linebackers.
Are you worried about that position?
Yeah, you get worried when you have three of your linebackers come out of the game. Yeah, I'm a little concerned, to say the least, but Mike Mayock, his staff are working hard to come up with a contingency plan if we need to find a linebacker.
The run defense was really good the first 2 weeks, and obviously you had some struggles yesterday. What did you see out of that?
We aided the Vikings the first two series by giving them two big third downs, 3rd and 18, 3rd and 9. We had penalties to help them continue the drive. We had some guys get out of gaps. We had a couple breakdowns in our defense. And I'll be honest with you, that guy's a heck of a back. They got a great rushing attack, and that guy's a heck of a back. So it was a combination of some errors that we made and some outstanding scheming and running and individual effort by their backs.
When guys are getting out of gaps, is that guys trying to do too much? Is it miscommunication? What leads to that usually?
Well, we're playing a lot of young guys, and you're missing some linebackers. I mean, you don't have to be a football scholar to understand the difficulties that that creates. They put the tight end in motion. They do a multiple amount of things, running the ball with the play action, and it puts a lot of stress on you, play side and backside. So we have some young guys that made some mistakes. Certainly, we had some injuries at linebacker, which really hurt us. And they did a great job. I'm not going to undermine the job that they did blocking, executing, and running the football.
What's Gabe's stats? You think Gabe's going to practice this week?
I don't think he'll practice. I think he's continuing to make huge strides. And Wednesday, we'll get an evaluation from Rod. And perhaps next week, prior to the Bear game, he can start practicing. But he's getting very close. I credit Jordan Debbie. He started at left guard yesterday. He goes into right guard. We're anxious to get Gabe back as our right guard. Incognito had some good moments yesterday for his first appearance in over a year. But when we can get our guards back and be at full strength up front, hopefully Trent's ready to go, we really like our line.
I think Josh Jacobs had one catch through 3 games. I didn't target him a couple times yesterday, but only 3 targets on the year. Is that something you want to see?
Yeah.
Kind of get him unleashed?
Yeah, we're trying. We definitely do want to get Josh to be a big part of the passing game. No doubt. We certainly do. We'd like to get more out of Jalen Richard as well, all of our backs. We take a lot of pride in using our backs in the passing game, and you are right, though, 100%. We got to get more out of Josh as a receiver.
You said he did good with an illness last week. His snap count was a little lower than it had been. Was he just not able to go as long as?
Well, I think he'll tell you. He's probably healthy. He got nicked up a little bit in the Chief game. He had the illness. We had a little package of plays for DeAndre and Jalen, and we got behind. And unfortunately, we weren't able to really stay with it much longer than we did. But He's going to be a heck of a player for us. We got to get him going in the passing game. We got to get him the ball more.
You guys are obviously in a stretch of 5 straight games away from the Bay Area and all significant trips and had some issues on the road last year. Is there anything you can do, or I'm sure you've looked at it, to tweak your preparations? Or
We have tweaked our preparation. We've tweaked it. We've changed the schedule. We practice in the morning. We practice differently on Wednesday. We're doing everything we can to get our team acclimated to the time zone change, be as fresh as possible, yet be as prepared as possible, and we'll continue to do that. We're a young team. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We're a young team at a lot of critical positions. We're building our football team. We played 2 of the best teams in the league the last 2 weeks, and everybody that goes to Minnesota this year is going to have their hands full. I can promise you that. They're an outstanding, outstanding football team, especially at that place.
To hear it.
Off that, Jon Gruden first, special adversity, a lot of them have seen in their NFL careers. You think, a lot of these guys have the mental makeup,
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. There's a lot of adversity right now in this league. The Colts, they lost their quarterback before the season started. There's a lot of adversity. There's a lot of teams right now that are 1-2 and 0-3 and dealing with it. It's a hard business. And guys are going to learn some valuable lessons. We need our second-year players to play better. We got a lot of first and second-year players playing, and they got to play better, and we got to coach better.
Tahir said yesterday, if problems don't get corrected, it's going to be a long season. Are these easily correctable problems? Or
Who said that?
Tahir, Whitehead, that if problems don't get corrected that showed up yesterday, that it could be a really long season again. Do you see these as easily correctable problems, or how do you view that?
I'm not gonna get into all the problems that he's talking about. We had some breakdowns, no question. And when you have breakdowns and penalties against good teams on the road, usually you lose the game, and that's what happened. You don't fall behind 21-0 to a team like that on the road and expect to win, certainly. But in response to his questions, I'll deal with him individually.
I know Ryan Grant had a tough game in week 2 and inactive yesterday. What do you want to see from him to get him back out there in the lineup?
Well, we're having a hard time assembling our game day actives, honestly. We went with the extra offensive lineman yesterday just because it was Incognito's first game playing in a long time. We knew Trent Brown hadn't practiced much, so we felt we needed to have 8 offensive linemen against a formidable front like the Vikings. So we can't have 5 receivers or X amount of players at certain positions if you go heavy on the offensive line. So that was a reason he was scratched. And this week we're going to make it competitive. We're going to let Trevor Davis have an opportunity to get on the grass. We didn't bring him in here to watch. JJ did a couple good things as the Z, but obviously that's been a position that's not really solved yet. And unfortunately, it's a big part of our offense, the flanker position.
you mentioned the changes in the practice routine. Do you think that the time difference was a factor at all yesterday?
No. We're off the field on 3rd and 9. We're going to get the ball in great field position. We have illegal contact that really prolongs the drive. We did some good things. I'm not going to sit here and say we played a great football game. We did some good things. But we also had some critical breakdowns that cost us. But our preparation is good. I take a lot of pride in it, and I know our players do.
Doss is one of the guys that was active yesterday, but we didn't see a whole lot of him. Is that somebody you want to see what he can do a little bit, or kind of make him still ready to go?
Yeah, like I said, we used a lot of double tight end sets yesterday, and we used 3 tight ends at a time for good reason. We got a great group of tight ends that are playing better than just about any unit on our offense. They're playing outstanding football. And I know Doss is a topic that comes up a lot. He's a rookie. He's right now playing 3 different positions, and he's backing up all 3. And when the time is right, you'll see him. But right now, he's got to keep competing, keep getting better like all young players.
Anything more, guys? Good?
All right. Okay, guys. Have a good one. Is this mine or yours?